how do you handle criticism of your teaching, especially when it is in print?
Is there criticism?
Well, yeah, I have a couple more pages back here. You're just mean. That's you're mean. No. How do you handle criticism of your teaching, especially when it's in print? When does being gracious to criticism render what you believe to be true because you wrote it and therefore stand by it powerless? I read that how it was written. I don't know if I understood
I think what they're asking is if you just take it in stride when someone throws something at your head,
right,
and you take it in stride, then does that mean that you didn't really believe what you wrote? You're not really invested in it.
Because if you were, you'd be fighting.
Right. I think.
Well, that seems like a trap.
Yeah, it is a trap. I think that everybody ought to think of a preacher who writes polemically as a fighter. But I've often said that we should fight like cavaliers and not like thugs, right? We should fight. We should fight hard. We should be into the fray. But the besetting, I've held this for many, many, many years, the besetting sin of conservative Christians, and one which actually does render them powerless, is the besetting sin of shrillness. Okay. The secular humanists they've done this. You write letters to the editor with a fisted crayon.
Right.
So angry secular humanists,
right,
and then you send it off Spittleflecht, right?
Right.
And then why aren't they taking us seriously? Why aren't they taking us seriously?
Right.
Because you are self-evidently a head case. That's
right.
why.
Right.
That's why. Right. So the shrillness, the agitation, is a major contributor to conservative Christian thuggishness. And I want to fight, but I want to fight like a cavalier, and I want to fight like someone who doesn't take it personally. Take the truth seriously, but don't take yourself seriously.
Do you have? I mean, do you have a superpower by chance that if someone, like, you don't know the person, they walk by, they say, "Hey, just saw you have your new book out, Doug. It's horrible," and it keeps walking. Do you have the superpower to be like, well, I don't know that person, so I don't even know if I should listen to their objection. So why would? Or when someone says that, you go, "Oh."
No, I don't do that.
You don't? No cringe at first, even when someone sticks a knife in for a minute, like, because no one wants to hear that, right?
No, well, no one wants to hear it, but let me put it this way.
So you have the superpower.
No, it's not, I don't think it's a superpower. Okay. Because if someone whose opinion I value highly.
But you don't know the person.
Yeah, you don't know the person at all. Then what I'm doing, everything I know about this person is being delivered to me at the moment the criticism is. Right? And if someone walks up to a lady on a street corner and says, "Man, that's an ugly dress," right? What do I know? Well, I know that this guy's a rude pig.
Right.
That's what I know, right?
Remember that.
So now what should I think of the criticism? What should a woman in that position think about? Well, maybe the dress isn't that good.
Right.
Well, wait, no, just consider the source. The way people deliver their criticisms tells you an awful lot about the value of their criticism.
Right.
Right. So if I've thank God over the years, I've had great cause to thank God for the caliber of my friends and the caliber of many of my enemies. Mm-hmm. So if there were an enemy, an adversary who wanted to go after my books and write a devastating critique,
right?
Okay, I could help them out.
Right. Sure.
There are all sorts of things about my books,
right,
that if I were to take an anonymous name and publish anonymously an assault on Wilson's stuff,
right,
I think I could write something pretty funny and pretty telling, and I would
right,
jab holes in all the weak places, and
right.
So, and if someone did that, and it was an intelligent critique,
you'd say, well
and
done.
there was some sort of substance to it,
right,
I'd want to learn from it. I'd want to gather from it. But fortunately, most of the people that I've had to deal with are just, it's just a derangement. It's a derangement syndrome thing.
Off topic, on topic. Excused Absence.
Yeah.
Phenomenal book. Is that because that was through a different publisher that we don't see it continue to be putting out, or is that still put out through somewhere? I know that was Crux back in the day.
Yeah.
But that is, I'm with all the work you've done, I feel like you woke up one morning, had 10 cups of coffee, and wrote Excused Absence in like 3 hours, and just because it's all there, but I don't see it in your body of work presented. Am I missing something?
Yeah. Basically, Excused Absence was published by another publisher, and that publisher went out of business,
Right.
and they have stock of the book left, and when they're out, when they run out, then Canon Press could reprint it. That's my understanding.
Are you happy with that book? Do you remember the book? I know you've written.
I remember it, and I would be happy to re-release it. Yeah.
Right, because it had a fire to it. Would you agree? There was something going on in that book that you just, because it's not classical education per se. It's not
Right.
lost tools of learning. It's not Christian education. It's got this different take on going after something.
Yeah, I think it's simpler, more accessible, and more to the central point. Yeah.
All right, so we got to get that out.
Yeah.
Somehow. Okay.
So you can go talk to the people at Canon Press.
Right.
Which are right outside the door.
I'll go yell at David Hagopian.